oh, it was all this money and, we can't afford that. And you start saying that I was supposed to be figuring out the money, but then I just disappeared. We don't know what happened with that. You were insinuating that I was collecting money for her and then took off. And that's how everybody else took it, because that clip was sent to me multiple times.
No, and I totally respect that. I am going to be brutally honest with you right now. It wasn't even you. And Lisa tried to cover her tracks when she backpedal. So when
I'm sure she did.
When I was on the phone with Lisa, she told, and that guy, we were on three-way. That guy said that he spoke to Ronnie. Okay? And that Ronnie was trying to, I have the phone call too, that Ronnie was trying to do a fundraiser between the family to try and get Lisa to get into the rehab. And we kind of told the guy, listen, we're probably not going to be able to come up with the money. We were told that this was going to be,
So question, does the guy say Ronnie's name or does he say her sister?
If I'm not mistaken, he said he spoke with Ronnie.
So he says Ronnie's name?
Correct.
Okay.
So when I was on the Discord call, I said Ronnie at first, and then Lisa tried to over talk me and said no, I said it was Jess. And then I said, yeah.
So I've been trying to distance myself from this whole situation, and I haven't said anything. And I've never spoken to Kim ever, and I've never said anything negatively about her. And that's where that's going to stay. I don't know. I guess I don't know if they're going to think I'm going to be mean to you or something, or if you're worried about that. That's just not who I am. I'm not going to do that. But for the record, to set the record straight about that whole situation, a large creator reached out to me and said, they have a contact for rehab that Lisa has to call. I forwarded the information. Once she made that step to call, they said that in their arsenal of contacts, they would be able to raise the money for her to go. I was not aware that it was going to cost a bunch of money. And so I thanked them. I said, I really appreciate you, but Lisa has options at her disposal that cost her $0 or anybody else money through her insurance or whatever, and she's not taking those seriously. There's absolutely no way that I am taking money from anybody for any reason for it to go to waste. There are millions of people that need rehab and could really use that opportunity or use that money, and it could be put to better use than for her to lie and say that she's going to go take up a spot that could go to someone else, spend money for absolutely no reason when there are resources that she can use if she took them seriously. So I politely declined. I said, I really appreciate you. That's the reason why. We'll let you know if anything changes. And nothing has changed. So there could have been a fundraiser. There were contacts that people would have paid for it. And I shut it down at that point because I knew she wasn't serious. And that's where that landed.
Yeah, when we called in, he tried to explain that to Lisa, that he spoke to one of her sisters, and I'm pretty sure he said a name, but I'm gonna go back to the phone call and re-listen. But then they explained that it was going to be $30,000 a month, and Lisa stated, well, there's no way that I can afford that, and then my insurance is whatever type of Medicaid, but for Pennsylvania, so I don't know the name of it. And they were like, well, we can refer you out, but your sister did say she was going to try and do a fundraiser within the family to see if she can come up with the money to do the stay. And then
right, but my question is, why would you guys take that information and then go to Discord and run with it knowing there's no plan for rehab? Regardless of who said what and the phone, she was never going.
Well, because on my end, I genuinely thought she was going. That's why we were making phone calls to the different programs. We've made phone calls to more than one program, a lot of programs, actually.
Right. So my question is, there are so many phone calls and I'm leaving this day and we're buying bus tickets and we're, crowdfunding for white
There
t-shirts.
were,
And at no point has anything actually happened, but you took the information that her sister could possibly be doing a fundraiser and made it sound like, whether it was me or Ronnie, whoever, made it sound like we were doing something that we weren't doing.
no, and okay, if I said that, that was my fault, but I just got the idea from the guy from the program on the phone call, because that was the impression that he gave to me and Lisa. And as soon as they said that they weren't able to refer us out because of the type of insurance she has, we said, never mind. Thank you for your time, and we don't think that this is going to be the right fit for the situation at hand, because we're looking for a rehab that accepts her insurance.
So because there's, a decent amount of people in here and I know everybody and their mother is screen recording this and it'll be all over YouTube, hopefully this message gets across. I have multiple times said that I would take Lisa when she's ready to go to rehab. And it used to be just a blanket statement. You call me, I'll pick you up. That offer no longer stands. There needs to be some follow through and some commitment on her end. There is a place that she can go here in Pittsburgh that is considered a safe haven that will keep her safe while she looks for a rehab. She does not need to be where she's at now. That's it. Nothing's ever going to change the longer she stays there. And I am not going to continue the charade of the back and forth. Either you're serious and you're going to go and you go, or you don't. It doesn't need to be a conversation. If she spent a fraction of the energy she does every single day to get her DOC on getting clean, nobody would even have anything to talk about. So we don't need to make multiple phone calls every day. We don't need to worry about paperwork. She could walk into a center, say, I'm ready to get help. They would keep her. They would make sure she detoxes safely while she waits for a bed. And then they would even help get her transportation there. Tech has connected her with many people. She doesn't follow through with it. And I'm tired of her painting Tech to be this terrible person. Same with Villain, same with a bunch of other people. She keeps saying that they're not following through on their end. And the truth is there's no follow through on her end. And you're just entertaining this charade. So I understand that you care about her. And I love that because I also care about her. But it's not helping. It's not working. Nothing is getting through to her. So when she goes to the safe haven and she's been there for a day or two and she's thinking clearly and she can get into a rehab center, I will happily again pack another bag full of clothes, which I've already taken her when she was supposed to take the bus, a month and a half, 2 months ago, right around Labor Day. I will pack another bag for her to send her on her merry little way with cigarettes and soap and all the white t-shirts her little heart desires. But she's not serious and she's not going anywhere anytime soon. She keeps saying she's going, but she's not going. And we know she's not going. Actions speak louder than words. So I'm not listening to her BS anymore. I have to put myself first. And I know that sounds incredibly selfish, but I'm not going to stand here and be like, oh, it's tough love. I don't think that's what it is. I'm doing self-love. So I'm worried about myself. And that's the beginning, middle, and end of that. And when she calls me from the safe haven, or she calls me from Brandywine, because technically that's not even a real rehab. It's basically a glorified detox because it's only 28 days. When she's ready and she goes through that 28 days, I will happily connect her with all the people that have reached out to me that have said, we have a 6-month program in this state, we have a 9-month program in this state, and they will help raise the money to do that. But I'm not taking her at her word the way things are now. Absolutely not. And that's where I'm going to stand with it. So I don't need any, more people. I love everybody reaching out to me with, their contacts and their this. It's not necessary right now. She needs to make that first step. She needs to be the one to message to say, I'm actually ready to go. And after the charade she pulled last time, it had me calling off of work, rescheduling days off, gassing up the car, cleaning it out, packing a bag, all this crap to have absolutely no intentions. And then get on Discord like it's a joke. Like, oh, I was just telling her what she wanted to hear. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I have never even put out information about her. All I've done is let people know that she's lying. I have helped her even more than people know that I have. I've never given her money, but all I did was point out when she was BSing, and you guys just always attacked me because I was ruining the scam. I was giving people clues as to what was really going on. I've never attacked you. I've never attacked her. I've asked people not to attack anybody. And I'm just really tired of, the whole situation. But this was very recent. This was like in the last week or two that Ian's had this conversation, and you insinuated that I was collecting money. I've never collected money. I don't want anybody to give me money for any reason. I have denied every penny that's ever been sent my way, and I will not collect money for that. So all I'm asking is politely to stop talking about me. That's it. Can you do that? Can you not talk about me? That's all I'm asking.
Of course.
All right, then.
So I hope people are recording this, because Jess should not have to repeat this ever again. I mean, the woman has done absolutely nothing wrong, and I just don't get why people attack her. Like, she is doing the best she can in the situation that she's in. And there's just no need for it.
But yeah, I appreciate you letting me come up, Melita. I know that, it
Absolutely.
kind of got a little wild there. And I don't know Kim, so I don't have any like negative or, I'm honestly indifferent towards her. I mean, if I really thought about it, I'd probably be mad because the situation is so insane. But I can't take that on right now. So maybe
And you
later my
shouldn't
opinion
need
may
to.
change.
You shouldn't need to
But
take that on.
that's not my business. I mean, it is what it is. I would just very much like to be excluded from this narrative. That's why I've backed off, and I don't post anything. I took all my sister's videos down. I took all the content down. Every once in a while I pop in to kind of see what's going on and make sure she's alive, but that's really where it ends. So I don't know. I hope everybody has a good day and a good Thanksgiving. And again, Melita, I appreciate your time.
Absolutely. I
I'm
really
off.
appreciate you. I hope people heard that and like literally understood what she was saying, like for real. Because that poor woman, I don't even know why people would mention her. I don't get it. Yeah, Jess is awesome. Jess is an